Hi, Michael here. Thursday, February 23. We're about 4 p.m. Brussels time, which means that US markets have been open for about 25 minutes now. European markets will slowly start closing down within the next hour. Just as yesterday, not so much news, except that yesterday the European markets have been red all day. US started in the red but then ended positive later on. Today is different. European markets have been with nice profits of about a percent and higher. I didn't check yet what US markets are doing, but the futures earlier this afternoon said that US would be going positive as well. I'm mentioning here we have fixed the dashboard. Obviously, if there's not much news, what you do is you make the news yourself. And the issue that I mentioned over the past days in the dashboard, where the sweet spot from yesterday did not load adequately, I've been able to solve that earlier this morning. I won't bother you with the technical details, but at least it works now. Um, why do we have a daily market update if there's not much news? Well, there's also the question, why is there not so much news? Yesterday, the central bank in the US have confirmed their rate increase, which is normally something that would impact shares negatively. Actually, it turned into a positive because it was what the investors expected, and also not more than that. And I've even read left and right that the investors are even expecting a further interest rate increase, and also that does not lead to negative shares and negative exchanges at this moment, which makes us think that this kind of news is already calculated into the prices. Yesterday, I said also we're all waiting for an event to happen, whatever that event is. If that event is negative, we may be seeing bearish exchanges for a couple of weeks, and if that event happens to be positive, we may go into a very bullish scenario. The big ticket, of course, is now what China and Russia mean by increasing their cooperation. Um, we don't know if it is in the intention of China to provide more weapons to Russia. I can't see how that would be in the benefit of China itself. But then again, if I would know, I would be the president of Russia and or of China. Let's have a look at the new and improved and fixed dashboard. And there we have it here on the right-hand side, the sweet spot as it was yesterday, and here in just right of the middle, the sweet spot as it is today. So in this feature, we can see that yesterday we had 12 shares in the sweet spot, 12 shares with a spread of 10% and higher. And today that has been reduced to 2. Partially that has to do with the fact that there were some shares in the sweet spot that had an update date that was about a week ago. So if we would have been up to date, they wouldn't have been in the sweet spot in the first place. But you can also see that there are movements from day to day. Keysight was yesterday second place in the sweet spot. Today is the first one, but with a spread of more than 6% lower than it had yesterday. In all fairness, I have to ask my question that if this sweet spot is so volatile from day to day, if this is a good basis to base investment decisions on. Maybe it is, and maybe it isn't. Now that we've got this insight, we can follow that up over the next couple of days and weeks to see how volatile it really is over a longer period. But obviously, the real proof is in the eating of the pudding. Every month, I will show how successful we have been that month, and based on the performance of January 1 up to now, we'll make a prognosis of where we could be in the end of this year. Now, February is looking to be a bit of a boring month. Up to now, we haven't done any transaction yet, at least not a sell transaction in February, so we haven't cashed out. Although there are two shares, one in the European portfolio and one in the US portfolio, that are getting very, very close to the limit on which I am eager to sell. And let's hope we can have at least one one profitable sale transaction in February still, because then we can build a track record of making profit every month. So these are the six shares in the sweet spot we had yesterday. Today there's only two. Let's have a look at what the other ones are. So here we see them, the two in the sweet spot, and then the runners up are the ones here. These are by no means bad shares, but they just did not make yet the criteria that I have set for myself. And we'll see, over the next couple of days, I'll continue working on the backlog, which is almost gone now. So the bulk of the items are younger than, of the updates of the items are younger than February 19, which is about 4 days ago. And that, which is good enough, particularly if you don't have any budget to spend anyway. I hope this is of interest for you, and that it can help you and your professional advisor making good investment decisions, because as I have said several times, and as you know, I don't know what I am doing. I am not a professional investor, and a bad one, by the way. So don't try this at home, and do this at your own risk. Having said that, I can't wait for some real news again to happen, and let's see what happens tonight in the US and what I can come back with tomorrow morning. Thank you very much for watching. If you have a YouTube account, please do subscribe to this channel. It will really help the development of this channel if we can have the YouTube algorithm pick it up left and right and every now and then. Even without that, I do thank you very much, and we'll be back in touch tomorrow.